What's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some.
Not your skill at bargaining.
No deal.
Jesus Christ. What happened to you?
Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Horror with Nads. I am your host, Nadia, and today I am doing a trailer reaction for Terrifier 3. Before we get into that, please hit that like and subscribe button. I am trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the year, so every little bit helps, and I appreciate everybody's support. Today, I actually have a special guest to talk about Terrifier, because we know, if you've watched my videos, what I think of Terrifier. So I'm going to bring her on, and I'm going to... Vex! Welcome, Vex! I'm so excited for you to join me today on this little adventure because you are a Terrifier fan. But before we get into that, tell the people who you are so they know who you are.
I am Knuff. That's who I am. I wore the wrong shirt for this, but I don't have any clean shirts. I am Vex Electronica. I'm a YouTuber. I like movies. That's about it.
And you like Terrifier.
I really like Terrifier. My husband showed me Terrifier. I think it was like the first, within those first couple weeks that we were seeing each other, and immediately I was like, this is fucking awesome. Oh my god, I love this. And then we watched 2 and together, and I was like, it's still awesome, but man, that dragged on too long. But yeah, I'm a diehard fan.
I just finished 2 before we started recording. Finally, it took me a couple of days, and I realized I like the later half of 2, the final third act. I could have act 1 and act 2 of it. It's gruesome, but it's weird to me. I like gore. I usually like Evil Dead gore and stuff like that, but this gore I can't get behind. I don't know what it is. I think it's just disgusting.
I think it's because it's weird, but it manages to be a little bit more intimate than a lot of the other gore that we get. So like Evil Dead is a good example where it's like you have the gore, but the gore is not just focused onto someone like person A killing person B. You see it like in basically the environment around you in a lot of the shots, right? Whereas Terrifier, it's like, again, this is not perfect filmmaking by any means, but it sets the tone by putting you in a very desolate and isolated background, and then it just like these really like weirdly intimate kills. Like the first one had the saw down
and spoilers,
the middle.
everybody. We are giving spoilers for 1 and 2, so hopefully you've seen it by now. But yeah, it's sawing down the middle, the bone tomahawk way.
So I think that's why it maybe like hits a little bit different. Like the second one having the girl like scalped and then basically butchered in her bedroom, like that is the bedroom is just like, it's this beautiful like angelic yellow. Everything is very feminine, very clean. It's like a serene little like comfort zone. And then here you have this guy just invade it and just literally like worst thing that could ever happen in a bedroom, and then your mother has to witness it on top of that.
Yeah, everybody was wait till you get to the bedroom scene, and I got to it, and as someone who used to do special effects, I can appreciate both movies for these special effects that are in the practical effects, especially at the budgets, especially with the first one. And it was really cool to see because I'm like, oh, I know how they did that. And then the other side of me is like, that's really gross. Like, I just don't like this. But it's really cool to see. But I know that's really sticky right there. Like, it's just really gross and stuff. I think David Thornton plays a really good, creepy character. His facial expressions, even underneath the makeup. And I think there's I don't know if he's wearing a prosthetic.
There's some cheekbones prosthetics and the nose.
Nose. But it comes through really well. And I was laughing at some points. I was like, oh, I get it now why people meme him and find him funny, Art the Clown. It's just, I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe it's because of the more intimate, because, you know, with Halloween, Jason, like these are places that really people don't always go to camp. People, you know, things like that. So I don't know. I'm not a fan, but I will be seeing the third one. But I will say the second one kind of redeemed it a little bit for me with Act 3. The short was really weird. Cool. Yeah. The first one was okay. I think they were just getting their bearing. I'm interested to see what this trailer looks like to see with a bigger budget what they can do.
What's the budget on this one? Out of curiosity.
Let me check it out. We do everything live here. Uh, let's see. 2 million. What was the second one?
I don't think the second one was even
Was
that much.
250,000. Wow. And the first one?
Now I'm a little bit afraid.
35,000.
Okay, because like you remember like with the Maxine trilogy, it went like very tight, small budget. It worked. Then they increased it a little bit for the second one, and then they totally jumped the gun with the third, and it was all just a bunch of, oh my god, here's this idea. Oh my god, here's this idea, and then they never come together. So I
Yeah.
worry with a bigger budget if it's going to dilute the vision a little bit. But in Damien Leone, we trust.
That's true. Well, you do. I don't know about me, but all right, we've put this off enough. I'll pull it.
I haven't watched this yet, by the way. This trailer dropped
Me-
at 8 a.m. this morning, and I was too busy running around after children to watch it. So I held myself back just for this.
I know, and I'm grateful for it. I'm very grateful that you did this for me. Thank you so much. I needed somebody to hold my hand while we watch this. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Let's go.
He survived the most famous serial killer since Jack the Ripper. The 5-year anniversary is coming up. I think a lot of people would really like to hear from you after all this time. Want to know what it's like to be in the presence of that kind of evil. What goes through your brain when he's close enough to you. Can you feel his breath?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
You're good.
how can you be sure it was really him?
Do you want to pause it at all, or
Who's
Yeah,
the Santa?
let's. So the shower scene reminded me of Alien. What is it? Covenant.
Covenant had the shower scene? I
See,
was thinking more. It had a little bit of that, like the Psycho vibe, but yeah, with the glass wall, it reminds me of Covenant, and then I also get like a little bit of Black Christmas vibes.
yeah,
As
yeah, I can see the
Yeah.
influence on it. I do like
Mhm.
the fact that whatever filter they're using on this one with the trailer is similar to what they use for Terrifier 2. So they're continuous. I like it when movies utilize that. It makes me feel like they're in the same universe
Yeah.
versus with a bigger budget using, in a sense, like a different or cleaner filters and stuff. It works. So so I guess he's Santa.
Or just
That
the
was pretty cool.
holidays. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's scaring my kid.
Yeah, he's scaring me too.
Hey, Santa's handing out presents!
Okay, hold on. So wait,
Mhm.
he died at the end of second, kind of.
Okay, so the popular theory basically is that Art the Clown is not just like a person, it's a demon. So he
Yeah.
doesn't him dying is not really him dying.
Dying.
Mhm.
Okay.
Why would he come back here? Even if he was alive, which he isn't. Wouldn't you want to get as far away from here as possible, as far away from you? We both know this isn't over.
That's pretty cool.
I have to go back to the Terrifier. It's still buried there, isn't it?
Who's that?
The only thing
I don't know.
So they're definitely amping up the supernatural aspect of it.
Mhm.
Scariest. I don't know. I don't believe marketing this this day and age.
Looking forward to the best Christmas ever, filled with
Little
fun,
Jennifer's body
smiles,
kind of there
and
too.
laughter.
This looks great. This looks
Well,
amazing.
You know what? I'm very so it reminded me the second reminds me of a very high-end haunted house.
Mhm.
That's what it is. This a little bit too, but I actually this looks a lot cleaner. Cleaner
I think
cut.
the budget is helping because I'm noticing that too. The quality production is there now, and I'm
Yeah.
actually quite happy with how they cut this trailer as well because it hasn't given me too
Nothing.
much. Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if they're going to kill off the final girl from the last one in the beginning. It's like a red herring because that's a trope too in horror movies where they'll somebody survives but they die within the first 5-10 minutes of the sequel or the additional one. So I would be curious to see if
So
they're going with a new girl.
there's two things that make me doubt that. One is the premise for this movie. I don't know if you've read the premise or if you
No,
want to
I've
read the
avoided
premise.
everything. I did not read the
Okay.
premise because I wanted to be surprised by the trailer.
Okay. Do you want me to quickly
Yes,
read the premise then for you?
sure.
Okay. So after surviving Art the Clown's Halloween massacre, Sienna and her brother are struggling to rebuild their shattered lives. As the holiday season approaches, they try to embrace the Christmas spirit and leave the horrors of the past behind. But just when they think they're safe, Art the Clown returns, determined to turn their holiday cheer into a new nightmare. The festive season quickly unravels as Art unleashes his twisted brand of terror, proving that no holiday is safe. So it's a bit of a revenge tale. So there's one reason why I don't think they'll kill her off. The second reason is in a lot of the interviews for Terrifier 2, Damien Leone has said like Sienna was a character that took me years to kind of craft and build up, and for her to come out the way she debuted in Terrifier 2 was basically a perfect adaptation of everything he imagined for her. So the character is very close to his creative heart. So I doubt they'd
Hmm.
just like introduce her just to kill her off immediately for that too.
It's interesting because, like I said earlier, they're going for a more supernatural aspect from what I picked up on the trailer. The 2
Mhm.
is a little bit of a mix of both. I felt the first one didn't have much of the supernatural to it. I mean, Art
Mhm.
survived a lot of things he shouldn't have, right? Being stabbed and things.
Yeah.
Second one, the same way. There's a little bit amp, especially at the end where she gets stabbed with the magical sword or knife or
Mhm.
whatever and comes back to life. And she's also kind of in purgatory or hell. That's what I
Mhm.
interpreted when she was killed and then came back. Because I felt
That's what I interpreted it as too, yeah,
yeah,
like a limbo.
where all Art's victims kind of go to or souls he's captured, where this I think amps up more of the supernatural. So while I have been a Terrifier denier, I will be a Terrifier trier. Okay, I
Yeah.
tried. I tried.
You're going to be a triumpher.
A triumpher. Yes, very much a
That
tri
was also
we try.
horrible. Yeah.
We try.
No,
Well
this looks great. I'm digging the production quality. It looks like they're leaning more into the gore as well, just given
mhm.
how many snippets of kills that we got here, which take it or leave it, I feel like that's probably a legit like a valid criticism of the second one because the first one is just very much here's Art the Clown, here's the universe I'm trying to build. I'm also just kind of like hyping up a character that I've already introduced in a short that I didn't feel was done justice to. And then two is more like, okay, now that I've got the character out there, let's put him into an actual story. And that's where Sienna comes in. So I'm interested to see if he can really like up the end. Like I'm also curious to see what he will do with the human characters. Because I think he did a
Mhm.
pretty good job with like getting Sienna across as kind of like my dad is gone, the one person I trusted. It's just like I don't have that influence or that guidance anymore, and I don't really know what to do. And it's because of like his like that gift of the sword and that whole comic drawing and all that stuff. Like that almost is like a power that she's given. It's like her dad is there with her, like keeping her alive
Yeah.
almost. So I
Yeah, there
like
was
that that was like an interpretable element there.
I uh I thought the mom was very insufferable in the second one.
Oh yeah, me too.
And then when
I
she
think that
got
was
her
a purpose.
head shut off, I had no feeling. I was like, "Oh, I felt bad for the kids." That's about it. I
Right,
was like, "Oh,
right.
that sucks to find your mom like that, but she was very insufferable, so you
Hmm.
might be better off without her." I don't know. It just gave and I know it probably yeah, came across that. But thank you Vex for joining me. You're my first guest to join me for a trailer reaction, and I'm very excited. Everybody, please go follow Vex. Her just links will be in the description below. Again, hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and let us know in the comments below. Are you excited for Terrifier 3? Are you on the fence about it? Just leave us a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. And until then, stay spooky, y'all.